welcome to our proposal, coupling an implantable renal dialysis device to the body. I'm Paula.
I'm Katie.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Ronnie.
So nearly 10% of the world suffers from chronic kidney disease when the kidneys suboptimally filter toxins from the blood. And end-stage renal disease, or ESRD, is the final stage of CKD and has a 15% mortality rate per year in the United States. The current treatment for ESRD is renal replacement therapy, and can be via dialysis or a kidney transplant.
So hemodialysis would be our greatest competitor, with 90% of patients undergoing this treatment at some point. It's a very tedious treatment. For about 3 to 4 times a week, for 4 to 5 hours a day, you'll be in a chair receiving this treatment. And on top of that, given that it's not a continuous process, happening every second of the day, when you're not receiving this treatment, there is a toxin buildup in your body, in your blood, and this generally leads to a lower quality of life and a decreased life participation. Now, kidney transplants would be the gold standard treatment, except that there just aren't enough kidneys. Less than 50% of patients will receive a transplant in 5 years, and 20% of people on the wait list for kidney will die before they receive a kidney. And on top of that, if you are lucky enough to receive a kidney, you'll have to be on immunosuppressants your entire life, which puts you at a greater risk of infection and secondary illness.
So there's a need for an implantable dialysis system that's targeted toward patients with ESRD. So the Kidney Project at the University of California in San Francisco is currently working on such a device, but their current challenge is coupling the device to the arteries and the bladder, and that's what we will be focusing on.
So as you can see in the photo, we're focusing on that tubing connection between the dialysis device that the Kidney Project has proposed to the artery as well as the bladder. We want to make our material out of polycarbonate urethane, as opposed to what most indwelling catheters are made of, which is polyether urethane. Our reason for this difference is that the polycarbonate is less likely to degrade through oxidation, while polyether urethane tends to do that. Additionally, we're going to coat the inner lining of our tubing with BME polymer, and the reason for this is because it helps prevent thrombosis by preventing proteins from sticking to the inside of the tubing, as well as the fact that it's anti-fouling. The sizing of our tubing is going to be about 3.3 to 4.7 millimeters in inner diameter. That decision on sizing will be dependent on the flow rate that we want from artery to dialysis machine, as well as dialysis machine to the bladder. And then finally, we're going to introduce this biofunctionality component at the ends of our tubing. We're deciding between one of two or maybe both growth factors, depending on further research. That'll be either the basic fibroblast growth factor, BFGF, or the vascular endothelial growth factor. BFGF is good for inducing the growth of fibroblasts, especially with structurally, as well as VEGF is good for inducing the growth of blood vessels. So we want to really increase this nice tight seal between implant and tissues and also prevent infection.
So looking at cost, we can see that in 2020, the average cost of dialysis was about $95,000, and this was mostly covered by Medicaid. Compared to our renal assist device, which is projected to be about the same cost as a kidney transplant, is about $440,000. This is a one-time payment, so compared to the cost of dialysis over a long period of time, dialysis will eventually cost more than the upfront payment of the renal assist device. So the overall benefit of our device is that it increases the overall quality of life of the patient. This is because the dialysis machine is continuously working, so it cleans the toxins over a period of time, and giving the patient a better quality of life. It also gives them a higher life participation because they're free to do whatever they want.
These are our references.
Thank you for listening.
Any questions?